Hey, it's James here, and I want to make you a quick training video on how to increase momentum on your team, or even better, how to get momentum when you've lost it. Now, we all understand the concept of momentum. It's that positive energy that's directing us someplace. And whether we see it in sports or whether we see it in business, it's a very real phenomenon. And when a team has momentum, things just click. Setbacks don't derail the team. People get past things quickly and they stay focused on what's most important. So, how do you build momentum, or how do you create momentum when maybe you don't have any? So maybe in your work team right now, things are okay, but they're not really flowing. Or maybe things are not going great, or maybe you're in a rut or you're stagnant. Well, here are 4 things that you can do to jumpstart momentum on your team. And by the way, all 4 of these work in your personal life as well. Okay, so here they are. Number 1, remember this: momentum always needs a direction, which is why it's a good idea to get the team together and either dust off a goal that you've been working on and breathe some life back into it, or create something new. It's kind of like getting the group together and say, hey, let's do something great. And you get brainstorming or you cast some vision, whatever it might be. But when teams have something that's clear for them to go after, that's the first step in reawakening momentum. And then also there is a transfer effect. When you get a team that's having momentum even on one goal, it will spill over into other areas that your team is working on. So it's very important to remember that. So remember, find something that you can go after, a new goal you can pursue, or just even an old goal, but we're bringing it back to life. Secondly, what we want to do is we want to reconnect a big why to the goal, or if you're introducing a new goal, we're going to connect a why. We got to connect purpose to this. Purpose is one of the most powerful motivators, and so there has to be a reason. There has to be a reason why we would change course, or why we are going to invest all this new energy into going after this goal. And so you want to be really clear on the why, because that's going to give people the reason to engage that extra energy and effort. Remember, momentum takes some push to get going. Once you got it going, it's going to serve you for a long time, but that initial push is going to need a direction. It's also going to need being connected to purpose. All right, thirdly, you want to find out what are the immediate next steps. You want to plan that. And I know this is simple. It's not like you've never heard this before, but when you can get the team together, you have a direction, you connect it to purpose, and then you talk about the plan to get there. And we're still in the same meeting, right? We're still in the same boardroom or wherever it is, but we're talking about action steps, the plan. This is where we put meat on the bone. This is where we turn our vision into strategy. And we get crystal clear on what the next steps are for everybody. And everybody on the team's got to find their part and what they're supposed to do next. And then you're off to the races. And so just by doing those 3 steps alone, you've already increased momentum, because you've clarified a direction, you've picked some kind of a goal. Secondly, you've connected it to a big reason. Thirdly, you've outlined steps to get there. And like I said, that alone produces motivation, because it creates a gap. People start to get clear of where we want to be, here's where we are, but here's the path to get there. We can't help it as people to not be motivated by that, as long as it's believable and we have a good enough reason, which is why you want to do that. Okay, so then this gets momentum started, but here's the next crucial piece, the 4th step, and that is you want to make sure that you find a quick win and recognize it. You want to find a quick win because you want people to see that they're making progress towards their goal, because progress reinforces progress. And that's why when you're initially starting a brand new goal or initiative, make sure that the first wins come quickly, come easily, because it reinforces just even a positive vibe on the project itself. You don't want to wait a month until somebody can feel like they actually did something to move the ball down the field. You're going to lose momentum. So you're going to keep momentum, all that momentum that you started with finding the goal, creating a why, and creating the next steps. Well, you're going to lose the momentum if you wait a long time before you reinforce it, okay? So those 4 steps are the key to reigniting momentum on your team. And like I said, it works in your personal life as well. Get clear on your direction, attach a why to it, get a really clear plan, and then find some quick wins and recognize them, and you'll be off to the races. Anyways, I hope this helped, hope this serves. If you know a manager who you think this could serve them, then please forward this on to them. See ya.